The film industry is at a crossroads, bridging the gap between artistic ambition and commercial viability. This weekend, Ron Howard's much-anticipated survival thriller, Eden, featuring talents like Sweeney and Jude Law, finally made its debut in theaters after a world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival nearly a year ago. With Vertical Entertainment backing the project, the film opened to a modest $1 million across 664 venues, sparking interest in its financial journey and future performance in a rapidly changing market. Before any competing publications label this latest Sweeney film a flop, it's essential to recognize that Eden operates within a niche segment, similar to last weekend's Americana from Lionsgate. Here, a critical element will be how well the film can tap into its ancillary revenue streams to ultimately ensure its success. What makes Eden particularly compelling is its production story and the intricate landscape of theatrical acquisitions in the current post-pandemic era, where numerous star-studded indie films still await buyers. Although a $1 million opening isn't particularly impressive, it serves as a stepping stone to understanding how a film with a hefty gross budget of $55 million, but a more reasonable net cost of $35 million, was put together. The journey of seeking a U.S. distributor took a lengthy 8 months, culminating in Vertical signing on without a minimum guarantee. This raises an intriguing question. Why did it take so long for an Oscar-winning director like Ron Howard to secure a distributor for this well-crafted thriller? Part of the issue lies in the film's mixed reviews, with a current 55% rating on Rotten Tomatoes from its TIFF debut. There was even a temporary interruption during its premiere when a medical emergency struck a viewer. Some insiders suggest that if Eden had received standout reviews akin to last fall's highly praised The Brutalist, which enjoyed a 93% rating and subsequently secured an acquisition deal, its fate would have likely been very different. After TIFF, AGC Studios sought a distribution agreement where the distributor would be responsible for the marketing and promotional expenses. Lionsgate considered this film, but was hesitant due to its interest in its own Sweeney-led project, Americana. Ultimately, Vertical committed to a low, single-digit million-dollar marketing budget in exchange for a distribution fee in the low to mid-teens. Eden will enjoy a 30-day exclusive theatrical release before transitioning to premium video on demand, PVOD, and an awards campaign is currently under discussion. However, hope isn't entirely lost for Eden. Although some international partners, including distributors in regions like Germany and Eastern Europe, may face box office challenges, approximately half of the foreign rights have been sold to Prime Video. The recommendation for Eden's international theatrical distributors is to follow Vertical's strategy in the U.S. and leverage the star power of the cast to attract viewers. Interestingly, unlike many foreign distributors who often demand a minimum of 1,000 screens in the U.S., Eden strategically opted for a limited release, allowing time for positive word of mouth to build momentum, evidenced by a higher audience score of 71% on Rotten Tomatoes compared to critics. From a financial perspective, Eden's original $55 million production cost was effectively reduced to $35 million through Australian tax incentives. At Cannes 2024, AGC Studios managed to sell $26 million of foreign distribution rights, leaving them with a $9 million gap to address. The entities financing the project, including Library Pictures and Medin Pictures, together contributed to managing this deficit, along with interest on loans secured against pre-sales and tax credits. So how will they fill this budgetary gap? The goal is to negotiate a domestic streaming deal that AGC Studios and Vertical are currently pursuing. One might wonder whether streaming agreements are influenced by a film's box office performance. Surprisingly, that's not always the case. The star-studded cast alone can attract viewers regardless of the film's theatrical earnings. The hope is that additional revenue from PVOD, TVOD, and AVOD platforms will help cover the $9 million shortfall. Notably, AGC Studios offered a favorable foreign sales package fee of just 5%, which is lower than the typical 20%, particularly for an indie film in this climate. Ron Howard was drawn to Eden for its portrayal of human resilience amidst natural challenges. This story, which he discovered 15 years ago during a trip to the Galapagos Islands, revolves around a group of European settlers who escape post-World War I Germany seeking solace on Floriana Island. Jude Law portrays Dr. Friedrich Ritter, who, with his partner Doris Strauch, played by Vanessa Kirby, navigates the trials of survival and human relationships. Their tranquil life is disrupted by another German family, played by Sweeney and Daniel Bruhl, who idolize Ritter's philosophical writings. The peace of island life is further threatened by the arrival of Baroness Eloise Bosquet de Wagner-Wehrhorn, played by Ana de Armas, who plans to develop an upscale hotel, sparking chaos among the settlers reminiscent of a combination of Lord of the Flies and Mosquito Coast. Evocative themes that recall Howard's earlier work, The Missing, which faced its own challenges despite a substantial budget. The release of Eden comes at a crucial juncture for movie distributors, forcing them to deliberatively assess whether a film is a worth investment, while streaming platforms tighten their film acquisition strategies, focusing on the critical metric of cost versus viewership. In the backdrop of a lackluster Sundance and amid the vibrant events in Venice, Telluride, Toronto, showcasing abundant content, instant auctions for movies have diminished, leading to prolonged discussions with potential buyers. Just as the narrative in Eden serves as a powerful commentary on human survival in the wild, it also acts as a cautionary tale regarding the current climate of indie film financing. Amidst the relentless pursuit of a viable mid-budget project without a domestic distributor, Eden emerges as a compelling indicator of the challenges and complexities faced in indie filmmaking today. What do you think about the future of indie films in today's market? Is there hope? Or are we witnessing the end of an era? Share your thoughts in the comments below.